Wireless mic to you, Coach.
You look at the game. I tell you what, I'm pleased we found a way to win. Found a way to make plays that we needed to make as the game went on. Do the things you need to do. Guys stepped up, made some big plays when they needed to on both sides of the ball. In the kicking game, the same. With some of our kicks, our punts, when we needed good ones. We got a lot of good ones. We knew we were going to be in for a battle. It showed. It's a much that team over there, UAB that we played. We said coming in, they're a very different looking outfit than they were last year. They played that way, played with a lot of motion, played with a lot of passion out there on the field. Did a lot of good things. Obviously, we'll be meeting very, very early tomorrow morning as let the coaches go enjoy time with their wives tonight. Probably with that defensive staff very, very early. To give up over 400 yards passing is embarrassing. For us, that's not what our program's built on. That's not what we need to be as a program right there to do that. So, but we will get that fixed on that side of the ball. But overall, like I said, a lot of teams say, let's see huge improvement between game one, game two. We had a veteran group. I think we did some things. We looked a little bit more like game one today than we did game two. But we'll, as our team knows, we enjoy. It's hard to get wins. Half the teams playing today aren't going to get to celebrate that win. And we're going to go enjoy that win. We're going to celebrate. We're going to go look at what things we have to improve on and come out and got a tough challenge next week with our first road game. We're going to have to find a way to improve and get ready to go play that game. Questions?
Coach, what was Dak Prescott's status coming in, and was he doing it all during the game?
I'll talk about that stuff. Next question.
Talked about the defense, the 400 yards total offense, passing yards. What did you see? I mean, I know it's quick right after, but were there breakdowns in coverage? What was kind of
no? We had guys there. We were in bad position to make plays on the ball.
And how about coming out in the second half and getting the block play immediately and momentum shoot?
Well, that was huge. Like I said, the things at times in the game when we needed to go make a play. When they took some momentum, they scored, take a lead, we respond with a touchdown. We come out in the second half, right, and they're coming out with a lot of energy to start the second half off. They get the ball, we get a stop and a block punt and a touchdown, and so we kept that momentum, which I think you want from a veteran team. Is every time you can't let that rope slip. Every time it started to slip a little bit, we grabbed tight, didn't let that rope slip at all. And did the things we needed to do to win the football game. And I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of our older guys, our leadership, and everybody on the team. Nobody was looking for somebody else to make a play. Guys were willing to step up to go get it done.
Coach, receivers getting better with runs after the catch, and they won some balls today. Shown some pretty good ball skills. How would you assess the receivers today?
Good. I think again they made some big plays. Had a couple of key drops in there to me that. Could have kept some drive alive or hit a big play or two. But they'll see those things. And, I think we spread the ball around, it looks like, with a bunch of different receivers. Played a lot of guys, which is something we wanted to do and always plan to do, especially on a hot day, to rotate a lot of players in. And it's good to see guys step up and make the plays when they have that opportunity.
Coach, you talk about rotating players, second straight game. You've got Damien in there early. Just talk about that.
Yeah, that was the plan coming in. We wanted to rotate the quarterbacks coming in, and continue development of guys. I think the quarterback one jumps out at everybody because I guess it's the easiest one to go jump out as you're rolling guys through. But we'll go look. We played a lot of players on defense. I know we rotated a lot of guys on offense. Rotated the line, the running backs, the receivers, tight ends. A lot of different guys got reps. And it's something that I want to keep doing. So we'll go back, look at the film, see how guys performed. You perform well, you're going to get more plays. You don't perform as poorly, you got to fight for more reps moving forward.
What was, I guess, the reason to go with Dak primarily in the second half rather than continue that rotation?
Just kind of felt like that was going for, it hit a couple times. I felt comfortable with how we were moving the ball, and so decided to go with Dak. I think the one series, I thought we were going with the Davey in the one series, and I looked up and Dak was in there, so I was on the phone with the defense, and probably poor communication on my part in the one series there in the second half, but worked out okay for us.
Big emphasis on the run, almost 300 yards, and Josh had a big day. Can you just talk about, what he's been able to do at running back so far in the first 2 games as a starter?
But you know what? I mean, to me, he's really running the ball well. He's doing a better job with his reads and making good decisions in the running game. But primarily the biggest one's going to be yards after contact. He's making production. The production's the most important aspect of it. Had that lost yardage play where him and Dak tripped over each other's feet over here. Looked like the Bad News Bears. At key time, we did some things. As I say, we did all the good things at key moments in the game to win the game. We also flirted with disaster a couple times at key moments of the game to do some really poor things that we can't do. To have a great season, have the type of season we want to have. But I think he's improving as a back, and we need him to continue to improve that way. We talked about coming in. Our plan coming in was we wanted to run the football against UAB. I think we were able to do that for the most part, and that was part of the plan coming in. To do that, and it's good to see us do that. I still want to see us get better at it, though.
You've been alternating kickers as well. What are you seeing with the consistency in those two? Is there one thing that you can see and correct?
Boy, we consistently missed 2 today. And then we consistently look really good, or consistently can look bad at times. And that's what's disappointing with those 2 guys. We just got to get them playing with confidence and kicking with confidence. It doesn't look that way in practice. You watch them. To me, it's one of those things. You watch them hit kicks, go out and warm them. You watch them hit all kinds of different kicks around the field. And you're going to say, man, there's nothing wrong with that now. Those guys can kick the football. Yeah, and then sometimes you get into that game situation. We just see some bad things, and fortunately it didn't hurt us today. But I think their confidence, I was really pleased. Sobes went in and missed one. Came back and drilled the next one. Couldn't kick it anyway. It was up, crushed right down the middle. Wasn't thinking about it. Wasn't worried about things. He snuck the other one inside the goalpost, which was a bad hold. And like he said, he had to stop in the middle of the swing and kind of reset himself. And it was a good job of focusing and following through with it. But overall, I just want to see them take what their performance level is in practice and continually translate it to be better in games.
Last 2 games, 80-yard drives to begin the game. The offense looks unstoppable. What do you see that's happening right after that where there's a little lull in that offensive game plan?
I don't know. Probably bad play calls.
Without looking at the film, why do you think there were the lapses of the big plays given up by the secondary?
Poor positioning. I can tell you what it is. I don't need to look at the film to know what was happening. We had guys that were, the guys were in coverage. We didn't have blown coverages. They were just had poor leverage on the wideouts that they were on, and got beat. Give them credit. They made some of those were some really pretty throws, nice throws, hit guys in stride going down the field, some really good throws. But we got to put ourselves in position. The one that we were in position, Will Redmond's in great position, goes for the pick. I love guys that are going to try to make plays, and somehow didn't come down with the pick right there. I thought, as soon as the ball was thrown, I looked where he was, looked at him going off the ball. I said, all right, there's a pick, and nope, touchdown. So, but we'll get with Deshae, and we'll get the corners fixed on those things.
The offense runs 88 plays today. Is that sort of the amount of plays that you want to run with your up-tempo offense?
I love it. I love it. You run a lot of plays, you get a chance to get a lot of yards, you get a chance to score some points, and so happy with that. I thought our tempo was good. I think at times, you looked at some of the drives, I think our tempo helped us, kind of caught them off guard and kind of hit consecutive big plays, and I think that certainly helped us with the tempo today.
Second week in a row, Preston Smith comes through with a huge play. He looked like a tight end on that reception.
That was a pretty nice catch right there, right? It looked like that. Was there a flag on the play or?
Celebration.
I know, but before there wasn't one before the play. I thought maybe there was going to be a hold. I thought there was going to be like a holding on the play. A celebration, that's embarrassing to me. That's embarrassing for us, that celebration. So I'll get that fixed. I'll promise you that. But he did. Preston made a great play. Ball up in the air as a defensive end. We had to drop him into coverage. Leapt up, snagged it with one hand, Had a great run. We got to concentrate a little bit more ball security. I get nervous. The ball was flailing out a couple times, but he scored. And the key to the celebration, like you said, I'll get that fixed. I mean, I want us to have juice. I want us to have energy. I want us to play excited and do that, but we don't need to be silly. And we don't need to get the penalty. We don't need to result in a penalty.
All right.
Good deal. Thank you.